On that note, you referenced your mom, and it's widely known that your mom indirectly inspired you to start scratching. So if you don't mind, if you could just kind of give us just a description of that day. What happened when you came across this technique of coaxing sound out of the record?
Wow. I was 12 years old in 1975. That makes me, what, 21? My last year of junior high school, my principal played music in a lunchroom. I don't know how he did it. I think he took like a microphone and took a little small boombox and put the microphone in front of the speakers, and he played music through the loudspeakers. So when you're in the lunchroom eating lunch, you know, breadsticks or pizza, whatever it is, he was playing music. And people got tired of listening to the music that he was playing. Like, most of the music he played was like disco music, and it was really, really far out there. Anyway, a friend of mine's convinced my principal to let me make a cassette tape. So my principal said, okay, make a cassette tape. I'll listen to it to make sure that the music is not, you know, derogatory or anything like that. So I went home to make the best cassette tape I ever made in my life. Now, in order for me to do this, I had to take a big boombox and put it in front of the speaker and press record. Because we didn't have tape decks or tape machines to record our music. Everything was recorded through a boombox.
Which had like a speaker just on board. Like,
yeah.
It's not like plugged in.
Yeah, so I went home, you know, started moving and grooving to the cassette, and the music that we owned was in my mother's house. And like I told you guys earlier, I got the kind of mother where she doesn't raise her voice, she doesn't argue, she just starts swinging like Mike Tyson, you know? So I'm in the house, I'm making my cassette, the music is loud, I'm really, really grooving to it, and bam, she busts in the room. I'm like, oh man. I thought I was gonna get a black eye before I finished my cassette tape. I don't know, she must have been feeling good that day. She said, look, either you turn the music down or you turn the music off. When she came in the room, those couple of seconds seemed like an eternity. She like startled me. I mean, my hair went up. Well, I had hair back then. And the mixer that I was using, the mixers that we use today go from left to right.
Crossfader.
Yeah, the crossfaders go from left to right. If you're on the right side, you're on the right turntable. If you're on the left side, you're on the left turntable. But the mixers that we had back in the early days were up and down. They went up and down. So when my mother came and busted in the room, she kind of startled me. So both levers on the mixer went up, which means that I can hear both records at the same time. So one record was getting ready to go off, and it was time for me to mix the next record in. Now, one of the things about making a cassette tape is that the cassette tape can go 45 minutes on each side. So you could be 30 minutes into a cassette tape and make one mistake, and you have to stop it and rewind it and go all the way back to the beginning. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to keep going. So in order for me to keep going, what I did was I did a baby scratch. I pulled the music down, did a baby scratch, and played the next record. My mother left the room, and I finished my cassette, and I rewound it back. And when it got to the part where she came in the room, I could hear myself doing the baby scratch. I was like, wow. It's like a light went off, like a blue light. Well, it was a light anyway. And I was like, wow, I can incorporate that into all the other things that I do as a DJ. Because as a DJ, I want to be different. I don't want to sound like anybody else. I want to sound like Wizzard Theodore. I don't want to sound like this person. I don't want to sound like that person. I want people to be able to come in a party and be like, this guy has his own style, you know? So what I did was, after I heard the baby scratch on the cassette, you know, I was like, wow, I need to expand a little bit more in this. So what I did was, I practiced like another couple of hours with different records and different genres of music. Like I probably did a jazz record. I grabbed the Aerosmith record, you know, and after I did that, I was like, wow, I think I really got this down pat. And that's how I became the Scratch. I was 12 years old in 1975, and that's the year that I created the Scratch.